This talk is about taking good care of your body. So I'll explain in this talk what I mean by that and why it is so important to take very good care of your body. Having found these new, unique, direct path teachings, all of your time is a precious opportunity to study and practice those teachings, these teachings. It is important that you do everything you can to keep your body healthy, and it is very important for your body to have the longest life possible, that you live for as many years as you can, and it is very important that you never do anything to harm your body, and never do anything that would cut your life short. Because that means more time to study and practice the teachings. Before moving on, I want to reiterate some of those points. Never do anything to harm your body. Never do anything to harm your body. Never, never, never do anything to harm your body. Keep your body as healthy as possible. Your goal should be to live as long a life as possible, and please never do anything to cut your life short. Now, I'll go into great detail about that, of course. As far as the one reason for keeping your body healthy, it's not only because of having the longest life possible, but there's another reason, and that's that illness can make life very difficult, and illness can make it very difficult to study and practice the teachings. Reading books about how to keep the body healthy is an important thing to do. You can read books about how to prevent heart disease. You can read books about how to prevent cancer, and many other books about how to keep the body healthy. I prefer books written by people with medical degrees, modern medical doctors. And the reason is because they tend to, many reasons for that actually, but they tend to know the difference between anecdotal evidence and a high quality study that, say, has 20,000 people. And modern medicine continues to improve. An illness which it's not possible to cure today, it may be possible to cure a month from now or a year from now. So there's a constant improvement. So there's reading books about how to keep the body healthy, written by medical doctors. And then you can circle the things that can be put into practice in those books, because usually only a small percentage of the books are actually things that you could put into practice, because most of the book is just more like information. So you can circle the things that can be put into practice. And then you can read the things you circle every day, and then start to put as many of those things into practice as you can. Maybe you'll find supplements recommended, or a change in diet or exercise, or many other things in those books. So to actually practice the things that you've circled. In the book, a book that I wrote called 65 Brilliant Choices, many things in the book are about taking good care of your body, including mentioning some books on health, listing some, but also there are other things. A simple thing like putting the seatbelt on when you're in a car. Putting the seatbelt on. Simple things that can help protect the body from injury, from the bodily life being cut short. So there are a number of things like that in the book's 65 Brilliant Choices. I published that book, 65 Brilliant Choices, in April of 2016. That's 1.5 years ago. Therefore, this is nothing new that I have wanted people to take good care of their body, to never do anything that will harm their body, to read books about how to keep the body healthy, etc. There is a mistake many people who are interested in spirituality make, and that is they think that physical illnesses should all be solved spiritually, which is 100% false, completely absurd, and totally unsupported by the evidence. If you know the difference between anecdotal evidence and high-quality evidence, that is. So go to see medical doctors and let them help you out. And by all means, get more than one opinion. Medical doctors are not perfect. They make errors. And study books on your own too, written by medical doctors, because you can get different views, very different views from medical doctors. But I'll just give you an example of about the difference between anecdotal evidence and a high-quality study. Somebody has an illness. They do some kind of meditation every day, and their illness clears up. And they assume that the meditation is what cleared up their illness. That's anecdotal evidence. It's tried on a larger scale, and the people tried on a larger scale, and it doesn't clear up the physical illness because it was anecdotal evidence. It didn't hold up in a larger study. That's the difference between the two. So read books written by medical doctors about how to keep the body healthy and how to prevent disease. And see medical doctors. To help you with various illnesses. If your mind or your emotions are giving you big problems, go to see a psychiatrist. The advantage of a psychiatrist over a psychologist is that the psychiatrist has been to medical school and will understand the effects of various medications on the body better because simply he's been to medical school. But see a psychiatrist. You know, if there's some fairly serious emotional difficulties that you're having, or other problems that would fall within the parameters of what a psychiatrist is trained for, go to see a psychiatrist. It's another example of don't try and solve everything spiritually. Some things have physical causes. I mean, there may be something in the body that is causing a problem that you have. I forgot the name of the who it was, but I think it was a woman, and she wrote a book, and she was having all these experiences that she attributed to spiritual experiences. Turned out that she had, something in the brain, and so physically that needed to be cured, needed to be taken care of. Maybe a growth or something, I don't know. But this is the point about not making the mistake of trying to solve everything in the physical world with spirituality. In the book How to Practice the Teachings, I made the very first chapter the chapter on memory. And I listed 12 different books about how to keep the brain and memory healthy that you can read. And so, to sum all this up, never ever do anything that will harm your body. Your goal should be for the bodily life to live as many years as you can make it live by learning about health, learning about how to prevent disease. Your time is precious. You become aware of this new unique direct path to Mananasa, and every moment is precious. So have as long a life as you possibly can. I hope all of you listening, my wish is that your bodies will live for more than 100 years, and healthy, a healthy 100 years or more. Have a long bodily life and a healthy bodily life. Take good care of your body. Don't think that all physical problems need to be solved with something you called spiritual. Science has a tremendous value in the ability to separate superstitious, false beliefs from things that hold up in high-quality studies. Now, granted, modern medicine has a lot of flaws too. I'm not saying it doesn't have flaws. That isn't what I mean at all. That's why it's good to read more than one book by more than one medical doctor who may have differing views, and why when you actually physically go to see a doctor, that it's often very good to get second opinions, and sometimes, depending on how serious and how complicated the problem is, maybe a third and a fourth opinion. So, but take good care of your body. Have a healthy body. Value your body. Don't value it because it's the vehicle that allows you to study and practice the teachings. So it is the vehicle that allows you to study and practice this new unique direct path to Mananasa. So cherish your body, value it. Don't harm it. Keep it healthy. Read books written by medical doctors. Go to see medical doctors. And that's as far as the physical body. But when it comes to if you're having any kind of a serious emotional problem, serious emotional difficulties in your life, your mind or your emotions, or if you're having problems with that, go to see a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist has a medical degree. So go to see a psychiatrist. And of course you can read books about that subject written by medical doctors too, emotional difficulties and that sort of thing. That's a good idea too. So that's so it looks like this is going to be a brief talk, because instead of going on, which might distract you from these essential points, I would say please listen to this talk many times. Not necessarily all in one day, but listen to it once a day for the next week, and then start listening to it once a week, and after that listen to it once a month, maybe forever. Just to remind yourself, to impress upon your memory, and to remind yourself of these things that I have been talking about.